guys, time to get a new video because I haven't posted in a really long time. I think I posted a gaming video yesterday, but I haven't posted like an actual video with me talking or ranting about something in a long time. And the thing is I was looking for video ideas, and I really didn't see anything. So I'm gonna find something in this next like half an hour because it's a Saturday, and I'm gonna make a video on it, and maybe more than that. Um, so I also found, before this video, was searching for free video editing softwares, and I did find a couple before that. I spent like a literal, not li I spent 2 hours finding a video editing software, and I tried Windows Movie Maker. It didn't support some files, so I was kind of confused. And then I found NCH video editing software, and it worked perfectly. It works for almost anything. Sometimes, well, I could blame myself for this, but it doesn't work like where I want it to. But I could blame myself for that because I'm not like a master at this. So let's just get into it. So transition, 1, 2, 3, boom. So it took me like 10 minutes or so, but I did find out what I'm going to be talking about today, and that is the public school education of today. And the thing about other YouTubers is a lot of them are 18 and 19, and some of them even like 28 and 30. Some of them can be up to 50. And they don't know what our public school education really is today. And I'm not saying that it's completely different, but I am saying that it is different. So, in general, I think that kids are really often swayed to believe in big things. And one example of this is yesterday on the bus, a kid thought I tried to commit suicide because I have a scratch on my wrist. And I'll show you it just right now. You guys can see I have like a scratch like right here. It goes across my wrist in like a vertical way. And the kid said, "Are you suicidal?" And I said, "No." And he was like, "Then why do you have that thing on your wrist?" And I was like, "It's a scratch." And and he just looked at me for the whole entire bus ride. And to be honest, I think that it's a really overblown thing, such as Tide Pods. If you didn't know, we had an assembly about the Tide Pods, and we actually had some kids eat Tide Pods at our school after the assembly than before the assembly. And the thing is, I think that this isn't just a problem in my school or the whole entire, like the schools of the United States. It is the whole entire, like the press and all this stuff. They blew up the Tide Pod challenge. And actually, I think that they did something on Game Theory about this. They talked, and they said before, like Fox News and CNN and schools started announcing the Tide Pod challenge, it had a very low number of videos showing kids eating Tide Pods. And then after, it resulted in hundreds of videos, maybe thousands of videos being posted a month of these Tide Pod challenges. And we're not just talking about ones concerning Tide Pods, but ones of people eating Tide Pods. He didn't include the ones of people concerning Tide Pods. Because if I counted the ones concerning Tide Pods, there's millions a month. And I can't even count how many times I've seen an ad that, I'm not an ad, but like I've just been watching TV, and it's like CNN has just done, or Fox has just done the same exact thing, and that is to overblow the whole Tide Pod situation. And to be honest, I didn't really want this to turn into a Tide Pod rant, but it just did. But I'm not going to continue with that, so I'm just going to stop right now. And another thing is that today, in the age of technology, I'm going to list some pros and cons. So this one's kind of a pro, is that it's become really easy for everybody to do their schoolwork. Now, as you can see, this is actually my school iPad. This is the one I use for some videos. Not most of them, but some videos I connect to, I have two different accounts for the, what's it called, Apple Store. So one is another account, but it's been there for longer. So one of them I actually have more accessibility to paid games because they like games that used to be free and are now paid. I can access on this iPad because I've already downloaded them once, and yeah. So actually, and that's not just it because I don't exactly use this just for it. If you guys want to see, we actually, I think that it's gotten kind of overblown, but I don't think I have ever done this, but for some reason kids are playing games in class. So obviously it gives us a privilege of how you get your like games, but I think that this was just the wrong move right here. And this whole thing is they actually have the as our school iPad, they have the right to view our screens and lock our iPad. And I thought that just kind of got overblown because you're technically spying on somebody at that point, and that's the point where you're just not gonna let them like have their own integrity and resolve that situation for themselves. So I think that it's just a thing where you have to learn integrity and get used to it, and just tell somebody like you shouldn't be playing games in class because you're gonna get bad grades, and that's gonna result in horrible. Well, not horrible, but it's gonna hold you back from your like future. And I'm not saying that I'm looking 50 years in the future, or even 10 years. I'm just looking for what can I do to get by and not be constantly yelled at. So, if you guys don't know, I have freaking hard as hell math and language arts courses. I have to do like AP or something. It's kind of stupid, but it's okay. But I have to like go 2 years ahead and all this stuff, and it's helpful, but it's not very well done because we have the same exact teacher. And to be honest, I think that it'd just be better if kids were not labeled as GT because I've experienced this, but for a while I didn't think that I could ask questions because I wouldn't feel as obligated to be in GT if I asked a question. I didn't feel like I would have.